Hello, welcome to Montreal for the Canadian Grand Prix of 1990, where we are using the real grids to define how the race goes, and we shall be having a look at those real grids shortly, just to see whom is where. As you can see, we're having quite a good look around the circuit and the different parts of it. It should be a good race today. Ayrton Senna will be on pole. He's had a lot of poles this year, and he's going to keep that up, other than, I think, the opening race. Gerhardberger alongside him on the front row. So Berger, he wasn't that quick in qualifying at Monaco, but he's back where he ought to be now and where the McLaren ought to be. Alainprost will start third in the Ferrari, and a massive upturn in form from Alessandronannini in the Benetton, qualifying in fourth place and out-qualifying his multiple champion teammate Nelson Piquet. Thierryboutsen qualifies sixth in the Williams. Williams' form has definitely dropped off this week, so they're going to have concerns about that. Nigelmansell seventh, so he's not in a particularly pleasing position for him. Jeanalesi eighth. Riccardopatrese starting ninth in the Williams. And then Stefano Medina 10th in the Brabham. I think that's his best grid slot to date. But if he had been able to race in the couple of races where we chose Wojtek instead of him in the start of the season, he would have started from 10th there as well. And the two Lotuses, Warwick ahead of Donnelly, 11th and 12th. Satoru Nakajima in 13th. Michele Alboreto, 14th in the footwork. That's decent for Arrows considering how this season has gone so far. Olivier Griart moves up a bit in 15th. He's been sort of around 20th, 22nd recently. Martini 16th from the Minardi. Philippe Alliot, he will start 17th from that Ligier. And then we have Aguri Suzuki. And his LaRousse 18th. Pirot 19th. Nicola Larini 20th. And then we look back. Let's have a little look how we think this is going to go. I mean, Senna got 6 points ahead of Berger in Monaco, but they've generally been pretty close. So we will be interested to see if Berger runs him close again today. So the Canadian Grand Prix is about to come up, and we will be very much looking forward to this race. Hopefully we'll see not just Senna and Berger fight it out for the victory, but some others in the battle as well. But that will remain to be seen. So here is Senna sitting on pole, Gerhardberger alongside, and Alainprost just behind. What a Ferrari got in this race. What can they offer? Hopefully a lot. And we shall soon find out. Senna pulls away into the lead, cuts straight across Gerhardberger. Alainprost trying to have a look at that second McLaren. Try and go him in a second. Berger cuts him off and takes a risk, almost runs into his teammate. Takes a risk to hold on to that second place as they go into turn one. Now I think the Benettons are having a little bit of a scrap behind. Piquet gets Ed and Nannini, puts some manners on his teammate. But those Benettons are still well placed for this Grand Prix. We will see how it pans out as we go along. The McLaren's already starting to get away a little bit. Boutsen keeping an eye on those Benettons. But look, Senna and Berger already getting away a little bit from Alainprost. And Ayrton Senna still the leading McLaren, still the guy in the lead of this race, and that would extend his championship advantage further over his teammate Gerhardberger, should that turn out to be the case. And Prost is under a little bit of pressure from Nelson Piquet already. Look, Piquet is there, he's having a look, and well, Piquet, we said in Imola, didn't we, that Benetton seemed pretty quick. Didn't look that quick last time out in Monaco. It seems to be every other race the Benetton looks quick. Well, this is every other race, and Piquet is looking quick today. Will he attack? Oh, there's Berger. Have a look at Senna, but stays behind. Will Piquet attack Prost? He is attacking Prost. Prost holds him off for now. But can Alainprost sustain that? The Ferrari, I've not been that impressed with its race pace this year. Got to be honest. I've been more impressed with the Benetton, even though Ferrari should have a quicker car. Just doesn't seem to be the way of it at the moment. Well, Berger also is very much a challenge for Senna by the looks of this, but Ayrton pulls him. Berger almost rides up the back of him, and Senna defends hard as Piquet is still having a look at Prost. Piquet, we don't know how much pace he's going to have, but we know that he is losing an absolute stack of time to those McLarens in first and second, whilst Alainprost is able to hold him back. If Nelson Piquet wants a chance to battle for the victory, he is going to have to pass Prost very, very soon. There's Boutsen still holding on to sixth place. Patrese has made his way past the Lacey, up into eighth in the Williams. So there was Williams still only on for 1 point as things stand at the moment, though. They've definitely gone backwards this weekend. Senna continuing to hold on from Gerhardberger. Piquet's dropped off a bit from Prost for now, so maybe it's going to be a pretty comfortable ride for McLaren at the front, and just a question of which one wins the Grand Prix. Well, we shall see. Senna still in, and Berger, I think, has dropped back briefly. Must have made a little bit of a mistake, because you know, like Prost might get a chance to have a look at him, but Berger soon opens that gap out again. And then there's Prost. He's had a little bit of a twitch at the back there, Alainprost. Will this give Piquet a chance to have a run at him? Well, Berger having another run at Senna, and Prost is the under threat. We've got to see, there's two battles going on here. There's Berger trying once again, and Piquet is getting up the inside of Prost. Is he going to pass the Ferrari? Yes, he is. Nelson Piquet through into third place. What can he do? Can he attack those McLarens and put some pressure on them, just like he did in Imola? He is getting away from Prost pretty quickly. So Nelson Piquet really doing a good performance so far. And Senna still leading Berger. Piquet in the third. You can see the gap he's developing over Prost. Not convincingly caught McLaren yet, but we will see what happens as we go through. And Berger might have run at Senna down the straight, but Ayrton closes that off. He's really being absolutely no nonsense, Ayrton, in his defence. He really knows that it's crucial that he doesn't give Berger a run. Senna leading Berger, Piquet in third, then Prost in fourth, Nannini still in fifth, and Boutsen still in sixth right now. So that is the top six. Not much has changed really from the starting grid other than Piquet, but it's been an interesting race, so we'll say that much. Still Senna holds on ahead of Berger, but Piquet is right there now, and Prost I think has closed the gap in a little bit, so potentially a four-way fight for the victory, although the track position here will be a huge advantage, and McLaren are the ones who have that track position. Is Senna hurting McLaren's hopes of getting a 1-2 by holding Berger up, or is this just the nature of McLaren these days? Senna very much number one, but Berger is giving him a very good challenge, so pretty much the same as when Prost was in the team. Well, we'll find out, but Senna at the moment has the track position and appears to have the full intent of keeping it. Piquet is getting a little bit closer, but there's a trail of smoke coming out of the back of the Benetton. Piquet's done all that work, getting the third. It might come undone. He was close. The smoke seems to have gone. So Piquet's still able to close in, is he? Let's see. No, it's back. It's back, and Piquet now clearly dropping away from those McLarens. Lacking power. Alainprost may well sense a chance to get back through. Will Piquet even finish the race? He's not got far to go. We've seen cars be able to finish with issues like this before, but they've not had far to go. Now Piquet's having to defend from Prost. Berger has one final look. Doesn't come off for him, but Berger's having another look, and Senna chops him off. Piquet is still in third. Can Piquet hold on to third place? That engine is getting worse and worse. Prost is surely going to come for a look, but Senna wins the Grand Prix. Senna wins it brilliantly, and Piquet does hold on to third. Well, that was certainly an interesting addition to close the race out there. It wasn't as straightforward as we all thought it was going to be, but they have held position. Boutsen, we think, went out in the closing stages, so that's handed sixth place and the final point to Nigel Mansell. So just three teams in the points here today: McLaren, Benetton and Ferrari. Nannini therefore with his first points of the season. So Senna wins the race for McLaren, Gerhardberger second in the second McLaren, Nelson Piquet third for Benetton, fourth is Alainprost in the Ferrari, fifth Alessandronannini in the Benetton, his first points finish of the season, as we were saying. Sixth Nigel Mansell in the Ferrari, very luckily inheriting that position off of Thierryboutsen late on when Thierryboutsen went out. Jeanalesi, we've seen him qualify well and fall back. Well, he actually repassed riccardopatrese today to take seventh. Obviously you don't get any points for that in 1990, but Alesi will be, I think, pretty happy, because it's showing that Tyrrell can stand up and compete for, you know, to be amongst the best of the rest. Nakajima also made some progress up to 10th, didn't he? So yeah, good race for some of them. So the Drivers' Championship then, Senna is now 9 points clear of Gerhardberger, 33 to 24. Prost a further 5 back on 19. Then we have Piquet on 14, Boutsen on 10, Mansell on 7, and then a various assortment of drivers in the minor placings. Then we have the constructors, McLaren 57, a long way ahead of Ferrari on 26, and Benetton on 16, and Williams on 13. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. See you soon.